So I'm on a 3-day winter backpacking trip on the Art Loeb trail, and so I night hiked for about the first hour this morning, and so yeah, let's go find a big mossy ice covered rock and chill for a moment, and then get this trip on the way. So clearly there's still some ice on the mountaintops. Woohoo! So my water's starting to freeze a little bit. Like I only brought the 1 liter up. I got the water filter warm. So I'm hoping, I got probably another mile before I get to the top of the hill here, and then I'm gonna hit a side trail, check out a vista, chill there for a little bit, and then come back. It's so pretty right now. Again, I'm on the Art Loeb trail. This is a really busy trail. I started it a little early, so but from what I'm understanding, there's probably not going to be anyone else here, except for, with these. I got in. It's about 15 degrees, but like I said, it's supposed to get up to like 40 this afternoon, and then drop down to the high teens, low 20s each night, and then jump back up to 40 degrees throughout the trip. So it is definitely the winter, and so let's get to the top of this mountain. So it's about 4 miles up the hill, and then so that way is to I can't remember what it's called. When we get there, I'll let you know. I'm feeling really good. I only had like 4 hours of sleep last night. I got I don't know, sleep maybe 10 o'clock and woke up about 3:15 and then got ready. Be picked up for 5 at the trailhead. So I gotta say, you know, I can't preach this enough about this this system, like this Bernier and this Alpha and hard shell. Like I'm not wet at all. Like I was definitely, you know, sweating. You know, I just climbed the 4-mile hill and I'm not wet at all. And when I stopped, all I had to do was kind of, you know, get the pit zip this up, and I didn't dump any heat, and I'm feeling real good. I've been actually chilling up here for about 10 minutes already, and I'm not even cold yet. And you can see it's, you know, it's cold. It's not super cold, but it's cold, and well, we're at Cold Mountain. I dropped the pack a little while ago. Hopefully nothing runs off with it. I don't know. It's pretty, that's for sure. Is it worth the extra 3 miles? And you know, it's a 1.5 miles straight up. It's getting a lot warmer, but it's definitely well above freezing now. Definitely time to toke one, and boy, I'm glad I took that pack off, because it's not too many. I've noticed not too many people on YouTube, or I don't even know how many people decide to do this extra 3 miles. It's beautiful. I'll show you more. I took some video. There's a bunch of little, like there's this little ridge that kind of follows here. You can see the other side a little bit too, but this is the pretty part. And I walked down further. And I ended up on some game trail, and then I kind of looked at the GPS mapping, and I walked way too far down that way. I thought it was maybe because people just weren't coming down and the trail wasn't broken. It was all overgrown, but I was just on some game trail. But it's all good. Finishing up a cold coming into this too, but I should be all right. I'm just out here having a blast, living life and having fun. So I'm puffing on some garlic crusher, and oh man, that's it. I'm glad I took this trek. When I get to camp, I'll let you know if I'm still glad I did it. But it's wide open here. That's for sure. Well, I made it back to the pack. Nothing messed with it. So onward downhill from here. So I gotta climb up to the top of that. Are we there yet? Are we there yet, Papa Smurf? Well, it's like 6:30. I'm beat. Like I only got 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep last night, and so I tried to calculate the elevation I did today. So the parking was at 3,000, like right at 3,000 feet. Cold Knob was like 62 something, almost 6,300. So that's 3,300 there, and then like another 1,500 for the next like I don't know, 2 miles. So it's been tough sledding. I'm gonna crash. I'm heating up my fuel. I'm gonna eat some beef tacos, and then I'm gonna be asleep at 7 o'clock or probably like 8:30. I'll be crashed. I had to kind of quit video in the one section on a map, and you know I didn't really it's probably all dark. I didn't I researched trails, but not to too much extent, like water sources and water crossings, and I take a look at the elevation for the whole trail. So this you know, the whole trail has 10,000 feet of elevation gain, and I did from like 4,000 today or 4,500 today. So I'm quite sure that like half of it's over. I did about 8 miles, and like I said, that would have been 4,500 to 5,000 feet in elevation gain in those 8 miles. And like I said, I'm beat. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Wakey bakey. Excuse me. Still fighting this cold. Well, I crawled in at like 6:30, and I fell right to sleep. I didn't charge my phone. I didn't do anything. I didn't eat. So I got camp like halfway set up. It was more than 8 miles because filming, you walk back and forth a ton and this and that. And so, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up this pipe and get moving, and then I'm gonna head to the next water source, chill there for a moment, and then yeah, and then decide whereabouts or what I'm gonna do. I keep on bouncing back between a 2-night and a 3-night trip. It's looking like it's a 3-night trip again, but I don't know. I came prepared for 3 nights, and it's not an adventure if you know, if you don't make it one. And I don't plan at all. I kind of, you know, do a little bit of research and just go from there. Most times I bring a day or two of food back from these longer trips, just because you know, this is a vacation for me. So if I can stay in the woods longer, that's fine. But you know, sometimes, you know, if you want to walk 18 miles, and you can walk 18 miles, or if you just want to do 5 or 6 miles, you can do just 5 or 6 miles. That's also the great thing about solo trips. You know, I'd imagine if I was with other people, the itinerary would be much different, and which is fine. But I really think, like, these kind of longer trips, not that it's longer, I mean it's only 4 days, but I don't know if I could do like a 4-day trip with anybody. Like 1 or 2 would be no problem, you know, 1 or 2 nights. But you know, I can't expect someone to be on my itinerary, and again, like, just, you know, I have the time off, and I'm just gonna enjoy it and hang out in the woods and in the mountains. So I'm gonna go ahead and get moving. It's cold, but water's all, I had it in the sleeping bag all night, and then it's been out for maybe an hour, and it's freezing, so it's cold. So the green mossy rocks are starting to disappear, and we got some snowy white quartz. Stop and grab water. I'm currently have 1, 2, 3.5 liters of water I'm carrying. So finally, I'm not hiking on snow, and it's a treat. I'm moving like 3 times as fast now, and I'm gonna fall on my face, I guarantee it. Well, this kind of bums me out. Yeah, there's water here. There wasn't supposed to be. So I carried about, man, I mean, I carried 3 liters too many. Man, does that suck. Oh well, that's like 5 pounds. Glad it wasn't me. Well, the social trail less traveled for sure. I'm hoping I'm going the right way to that knob. This is what appeared to be, I'm not the best route finder, so we'll see if I'm doing it right. So I kind of screwed up. So like, you know, Art Loeb Trail. So as I was coming up the Art Loeb Trail, I took a side trail up to this knob over here, and then I seen this other trail, and I was like, hey, you know, that knob looks pretty cool, and there's no one over there, and you know, that looks like a really cool spot. So needless to say, I walked halfway back to Tenant Knob, like, so I added a whole nother, I don't know, at least a half mile, but it's all good. So yeah, so I guess I'm not gonna camp where I thought I was gonna camp. I could go back down that other way, and you know, I took that social, like I said, it was a social trail that was leading up to that like little bluff there, and so back to square one. So I guess I'm camping out at Balsam Knob, or up at this knob here. So since I didn't eat last night, I'm starving. I'm eating both meals tonight. Temperature's starting to drop again, so I think I'm gonna cowboy camp up on the knob here. Get up bright and early, go to sleep like it as soon as it gets dark. And water's starting to freeze, so I gotta get that in the get the sleeping bag out and get that all ready, and I'll eat while I'm in my bag. Keep everything warm, get the bag all nice and toasty. I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Like I said, I got 2 dinners I'm eating. I'm gonna warm up this sleeping pad and sleeping pad, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm hoping I don't wake up cold, but we'll see. I think I'm wearing extra clothes, and I got a pretty good sleeping bag. It's saying it might get down to 10 degrees. I have a 20-degree bag, but I've had it down to 12, and I've been fine. So we'll find out. That's good. So I'm gonna call it for a night. Then we'll check out, hopefully, an epic ass sunrise tomorrow. Oh, this is the first time I've ever cowboy camped, so like I enjoyed it. It got pretty cold last night. I'm not sure exactly how cold. My thermometer, I can't set it up right. I woke up, it was 21. So I slept really good though. The one thing I don't quite understand though is like, you know, when you stick your head underneath the sleeping bag and it starts to get all wet when it's cold. And for some reason, at some point in time, it stopped doing that. So I don't know if that has anything to do with like the barometric pressure, relative humidity, or something like that. But there was like, you know, no more wetness. Like there might have been, but it wasn't like getting wet. Oh man. But yeah, first time cowboy camping, and I quite enjoyed it. Super clear night. I tried to get pictures of the stars, but I can't. I don't know how with a cell phone anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this cup of coffee and smoke another bowl, and we'll take a walk around this butte and see a nice 360-degree view of the Blue Ridge Mountains. out of the wilderness area. So now we have a marked trail, and this is white blazes and these yellow circles. I think some's Mountain to Sea. This is where the Mountain to Sea area trail meets up. So I just walked, about a mile the wrong way. I went down the Mountains to Sea trail instead of turning. I noticed this post, but I just kept going that way. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a second, there's no more footprints. And there's just two people, like a group of three that just came up through. And I was like, so I checked my GPS, and sure enough, I walked about a mile out of the way. So I'm now going to go that way, which is the correct way. And yeah, so nothing like adding two miles to your morning. See, 30 years ago, this rhododendron said, you know what? I'm going to make this perfect little sitting spot for this dude in about 20 years. And couldn't have been a more perfect place to sit and chill for a moment. Coming up this hill. So we're at the brand new deep depth shelter. It was built last year, February 7th. That's what the signatures on it say. This marks the halfway point of the trail, 15 miles. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and maybe try to finish this. If not, get real close to the trailhead. So it's either spend the night in the woods or spend it in a hotel tonight. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I got about 4 hours of sunlight left. It'll be a real long day. It'll be, like a 24-mile day. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, like, I thought it was only 20 miles from the from where we started. Yeah. And I took a 4-mile detour, like 2 miles down a hill, and I was like, man, I should already be at the shelter. I was flying, and well, I just, I took a wrong turn, and flew down this big hill, and then realized I had to walk back up it. So it'll be a 24-mile day, maybe. We'll have to see how I feel. Probably a little bit of night hiking. I'm not sure how strenuous the rest of the trail is. So just have to play that by ear. I'm going to show you a real quick around the shelter area. So we got these pretty cool chainsaw chairs. There's another cool one down there. And then, of course, brand new shelter. And then, a bear box. So yeah, so that's pretty much the halfway point, and brand new shelter, guys. So I'm gonna end up probably night hiking for like an hour to the next water source and the shelter. Yeah, so I planned this trip to be 4 days, and I'm taking the 4 days. I tried to do it in 3, but that's not gonna happen. If I didn't do all these messing up and screwing around and all this, I just fell for the first time. Like straight into my face, and I can't believe the tripod or the camera or my phone didn't break. Like, I'll tell you what, this Peaks Designs case for the phone, highly recommend, because I smashed it with my hand straight down on top of the tripod, and it didn't break. So yeah, I got that much water for like 3 miles, and I think I either have another like little uphill to go, but yeah, so we'll get through the shelter here. So some on point adventure foods tonight. It is beef stroganoff, and I already took a taste. It's so good. Like, I don't know if those are homemade noodles or what, but the noodles are super, super good. And then got a fire going, the shelter. I'm the only one here. So, man, I night hiked for 2.5 hours. This trail is no joke. But I'm going to go ahead and eat, and we'll talk in a sec. Well, folks, I just finished up the 3rd day on the trail, and it was a tough one. It was about 14 miles. This is rugged terrain here, for sure. So, yeah, I'm pretty geeked. There's enough firewood for me to have a nice little blaze. It's pushing 10 o'clock. I'm beat. I just ate that next meal miles. Oh, it's so good, that beef stroganoff. I don't know. I'm pretty sure those are homemade noodles. But yeah, so I still have to kind of set up into the shelter. I'll show you the shelter deal in the morning. But yeah, it's been a great trip so far. Got 1 more day left, and I'm super pumped about it. I'll see you guys in the morning. Wakey bakey. So it's the morning of day 4. I have 10 miles out of here to do today. I'm hoping, I'm hoping it's not like the past. I think today's the easiest, like, gonna be the easiest day. Yeah, I'm just heading back, like, to the car, so it looks like I have a couple, like, little hills, comparatively speaking, to go. And then, but yeah, it's been an awesome trip. I didn't get attacked by mice last night, although I did see a couple. I yelled at them, but I fell asleep, and I slept really good. But I'm gonna do a quick around the campsite so you can kind of check out this shelter area, and then real quickly I'm gonna go over the consumables for the trip with you guys. So if you watched my food video, you can see what I have left. So this is the firing area. I'll show you where the water is. Which is nice that the water source is right here. But it's just a right there's where I got the water from. And then we'll come up here and so you got a fish tree here. Let me zoom in. So this is to hang your bear bags. And then there's these a pulley system. And you kind of just hang your food in the air. I don't know. I've never used them, so I can't tell you how to use one. But alrighty. So here's what I have left. So 2 power balls. I'll probably not eat them. 2 frog fuels. I forgot to eat one. 2 shortbreads. This is getting eaten. This is getting used. This is going to get used. So I ended up with 2 frog fuels. 2 breakfast balls. I had 5 total. I ate 3 of them, and that half of one of those. Then the Halls. This is the best thing of the trip. You probably shouldn't do something like this sick, but this was gear that's almost empty. This is the ganja. I brought 12 grams. I have like 2 left. My cigarettes. I brought 27 cigarettes. I have 1 left in there. I'm gonna smoke that. So my instant coffee is from Onyx, and it's pretty good. Once after the 4th one I made, learned how to do it. So I got all these. They have all these different kinds. The power consumption I used was I used about 17,000 milliamps. I brought 25, so I think for me, I think for a 4-day trip, 20 is plenty. For the moment. Fuel. It's almost kicked. I mean, I can get quite like probably 3 or 4 more boils. I count these for 10 boils. Now, the entire trip up until yesterday afternoon, it's stayed below freezing. So just had to keep us warm, and like down pretty cold, you can get like 1 boil out of it, and then you just have to reheat it, and it takes a long time for your body to heat this thing up. And so, and then this is the garbage of the trip. People never put that in their base weight, do they? And yeah, so that's that for that. Giant. I don't know, does anyone rock climb this? Looks pretty wicked. So this is where the trail goes up this mountain face. It kind of, you can see the route there, and then you kind of just climb up to right there. I'm going to put my video stuff away because, you know, I don't want to break it if I do. So that's kind of where I climbed up the mountain there, and then kind of just been following this ridge line down and around. So I'm making pretty good time. Still have a little ways to go. And the backpack's super light. It's the lightest it's been on the whole trip. I'm probably about 18 pounds right now, which is feeling super good. So it's all downhill from here. And that's the fourth time I said that, I think. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, so the next big trip I have planned is the Laurel Highlands hiking trail in March. So I'll see you guys on that one.